male or female child? Do you prefer male to female or female to male? Call us now, 08084 275464. That's 08084 275464. I'm King James together with
Memshima King.
And on Facebook, you can come here as well and say something. What's your preference? Ajinge Aundamba says, good morning, King James Yiye. Good morning to you, but would love you to say, those of you watching on Facebook, thanks for watching, but tell us your preference, male or female child. And as always, and as usual, Alama Shagodibi team is out to also ask people on the streets of Makurdi their preference, male or female child.
Well, in the case of male, I prefer a male because he will take after his father when he's old or when he's no more. But in the case of a girl child, somebody else will come and carry her and go and stay there. No matter how educated she is, she will not remain in her father's home. So that is my reason.
So obviously this woman or this lady prefers the male child to the female. And she has two reasons actually, or one broad reason that the male child takes after.
Yeah, I think it's two.
Okay.
Two reasons.
Mm-hmm.
The female,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how educated she is,
Mm-hmm.
someone would come and take her away. So it's more like you wasted your money. That's what she. Then for the male, he will take after his father.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So she prefers the male child.
All right, so she prefers male to female in this case because somebody is going to take, no matter how educated. That's the emphasis. I do think this kind of thinking, she would want to train her girl child.
She will train her girl child because society alone would ask her, people will ask her around her, why is your daughter not going to school? Will she keep on explaining to them that this, because if I train her, someone is coming to take her away and all of that. So definitely she's going to train her female daughter.
All right, so is asking Radio 98.5 speed FM Makurdi, and of course is extra speed, male or female child. That's the focus. It does a lot of good if you call 08084 275464. That's 08084 275464. Tell us your preference, male or female child. And on Facebook, we're live as well. Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makurdi on Facebook, streaming live, so you can tell us your preference and of course give reasons. 08084 275464. That's 08084 275464. Male or female child, call now and tell us. 08084 275464. Call now and tell us your preference. And as always and as usual, let's hear from this one.
I think I prefer the female child now because the female child are more good and they take care of your parents more than the male child.
Right, so that's another man thinking that a female child takes care of
The parents.
yeah
No,
more.
the,
Yes.
not the male.
So what do you think yourself?
Well, for me, it's true because I've been saying it. But for me, growing up as a girl, I wanted having all boys. My reason was it's expensive raising up a girl child. You have a whole lot to do, from buying her undies, her sanitary towel, making her hair, make sure she wears clothes that would match from up to down. Whereas the male child, it's cheap to train them, as in take care of them, just to cut the hair. How much is it? You know, nothing to think about buying bra and all these things. So I prefer the male child to the female child. But now people are seeing the reality now that no matter how it is, the female child tends to take care of the family. The male, once another lady comes to marry him, they take his whole attention to her family, while the female will focus on her family. It's just few men that think about their family, but majority of women, they still come back home to take care of their parents and look after their siblings.
Right, so it's 08084275464, 08084275464, and it's extra speed. Do you prefer male to female, female to male child? Call now and tell us. And also on Facebook, that's Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makurdi on Facebook. You can tell us your preference here on Facebook as well. Let's hear from this man. Male or female child?
To me, I prefer a female child. Due to what is happening now, the world is turning into something else. Children, you may see boys wandering from here and there. But at least if you give birth to a female child, you get something in return. Whatever you request from her when she come of age or she get married, at least she will provide to you. That is my own best reason.
Right. So obviously people will seem to be saying female.
Yes.
And they are looking at what they will get in return.
Exactly.
Do you see that as selfishness?
To an extent, I do, but it's not really strong. It's not that strong because definitely you want your children to remember you. So the female child, they are the only ones that think about the family. If you
But
look
during parents' young ages, I heard parents bragging that even if I get old, I will not need it. I will be feeding from my pensions, and I don't even need you. They brag about that.
They do.
And that until the pensions don't count,
that's when they'll remember.
Yeah, they begin to call and ask for everything. So it's more like an investment in children, right?
Yes, it is.
So when you are strong, you train them, you cater for them, you do everything. When you are weak, it's time for them
to return the favor back.
But we keep saying this when our children are messing up and painting the walls and destroying handsets. You imagine how many phones? A Sony Xperia, how many have they broken?
2.
And BlackBerry Passport and Samsung Note 9 and Note 8.
So many gadgets they've destroyed.
Exactly. Even writing on TV screens. And we've been telling them that, look, guys, when we get old, we're going to visit you.
And pay you back.
I'll go and color your sitting room as well because I'll be old then.
Definitely.
So I'll behave like a child. So break your handsets or just take them and use them. And at that time, maybe if it is on the Quran's on the Cavancy, their wives will be like,
I don't want your parents to come to this house again.
Forgetting the fact that they did
They
see
did
you.
same to us too.
08084275464. That's 08084275464. Is extra speed is King James Yiye together with
Memshi my king.
So call us now and tell us. On Facebook, Kunde Teungwa is saying here that good morning, sir. Teungwa Kunde watching from Makurdi. Yeah, you're not saying anything. Henry said good morning, King Yiye. I don't have preference because male or female, they gift from God. That's not true. Just say the truth and shame the devil. Henry, if you're listening to me, come on. I know you have preference. So come and say, we are not saying children are not gift from God, but every human being has the preference. So come and tell us the truth. It's King James together with
Memshi my king.
and is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makurdi. And yes, male or female child, we ask people on the streets of Makurdi.
I prefer female child because female child, they can think of their mother. In future something, they remember their mother wherever they are. They think of their mother. Like as I am now, I think of my mother past my father. I used to prepare something for my mother. So that is the reason why.
So she's mixing up. Is it that she prefers a girl child because she's saying as she is, she still cooks and takes to her parents.
Yeah, and she takes care of her mother.
So I don't understand where she's now saying that she takes care of the mother more than
The father.
the father.
Or maybe she thinks it's the duty of the female child to take care of the mother,
and the boys
that's
would
to take
have
care of the father.
Yeah,
Yes.
so they are failing on their part.
On their part,
Yeah,
yes.
but she is doing her part. Yes, I think that's what she's saying.
Yes.
So let's hear from you as well. When you call 08084 275464. Hello, good morning.
Morning, King James YiYE.
Good morning.
On behalf of the Commission.
Right. I didn't get the name.
Francisca Nyashima.
Francisca Nyanshima. Good morning, Francisca. So let's hear you, Francisca.
I would say I prefer the boy child because I have 2 boys, 2 girls, so I prefer the boys.
Oh, you prefer the boys?
Yeah.
Okay, you have
I'm
two,
right.
you have 2 girls, 2 boys. All right.
I think she said it's 2 boys.
Yeah, and 2 girls? Or
No,
only
just
2 boys?
Yeah, so she prefers the...
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you.
Right. So what's your preference, male or female?
Sorry, my name is Samuel.
Okay.
I'm calling from Lagos.
Okay, so
my
Samuel, yeah,
preference
go
is a
on.
male child.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I this is not because I'm a male child,
Mm-hmm.
but we know in this life, we human beings, once you are born, you have raised, and you are capable of having a family.
Yeah.
The reason why we go extra mile to achieve many things in this life is because we ourselves, we know that we don't need that, but we do them because we have a family.
Mm-hmm.
So hoping that one day we will be no more, but the family will continue from there. So in the case of a male child, once you grow up and you reach at the age that you have to marry, you will go with your husband and be with your husband there. And the male child is there, taking care of his father, responsibility that is left behind. So I know and I understand that some culture allow the female child to have access to his father's inheritance. But at the same time, sometimes, even though you are willing to do as a female child, your husband will not allow you to do that. Sometimes they are not proud of you coming back to inherit your father's property. I'm not saying you must inherit, but
Yeah.
at least what your father suffered enough to put on the table, you have to take care of it when he is no more for you to continue. That is why every family, parents wishes their children to do more better than them.
Yeah.
That is because what they do in their own life, they want their children to continue from there and go forward. And considering the male child and the female child are the best in position to handle that. Because even when you are no more, let me just give an example. You are old. Your female child is there. He's married. He will choose someone. The matter is trying, he's much as possible to take care of you. He won't do that much as a male child because he can be giving money. He can be giving other things, material things. But material things cannot solve everything. Money cannot solve everything. What of the physical appearance, the physical caring? Will a male child come back to his female child come back to his husband and do all this? It's not possible. So no matter how it is, I'm saying this because I experienced this in my family.
Yeah.
There's many old people in my family who are old now. Their male child are married and they are trying as much as possible to take care of them. But they cannot come back because some of them, as it is, they cannot back by themselves. You have to back them, do some other thing. And no matter how it is, if you have a male child, when you are old, no matter how it is, even though he cannot provide for you, at least he can provide food. He can provide physical appearance. That presence is matter a lot.
Right.
So that is why I'm saying I prefer male child than female child in terms of representing parents after they are no more, or even when they are alive.
Right, thank you, Samuel Tiokula from Lagos. Okay, so you see what he's saying, he's been elaborate. So what he's trying to say is that, not just money, but that physical appearance, and he thinks a woman married may not have time to come back. Hello?
Hello, this is Francisca calling back. I got short of credit.
Okay, so Francisca, yeah, you're back. Yeah. So you said you have 2 boys and 2 girls, or just 2 boys?
Oh, 2 boys, 2 girls.
2 boys, 2 girls. Okay. So what's
Yeah.
you prefer the male child?
I prefer the male child.
What are your
Because
reasons?
because I know when they will marry, they will still remain with me. But if the girls marry, they will go to their husband's house. Like me now, I'm married. I've left my father's house. I'm here. Sometimes it will take years. I will not be there to see them all. But the male child will be here with me. And if God bless him with a good wife, the wife will be there like my daughter. But for me, my father had just 2 boys, and my brother, we are different mothers. So my mother died, and my father got married. I have a brother and myself. That's as they had their own daughter.
Yeah,
We are
your
just
voice
having
is
one
fainting. Yeah.
Hey, sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just with the brother, so I think the 2 boys that I had, they represent my brother, my brothers that I could not have. Because my mother died and left us, so it's as if God gave me back the 2 brothers that I could have in my mother's side.
Right.
That's why I said I prefer the voice. Yes.
Yeah, you have your points. Thank you, Francisca Nyanshima, for calling back.
Thank you. God bless you.
You're
God
welcome.
bless you.
You're welcome. So,
God bless you, James and his crew.
thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Same here. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, she's married with 2 boys, 2 girls, but she's saying that even for her, it takes such a long time before she visits home. So she believes that these guys, the boys, will marry and stay with her.
Yes.
And if they have good wives, the women will become
her daughters too.
But if the wives, well, let's hope the
No,
wives are definitely good wives,
Yes,
Francisca. Yeah. And so you are right, actually, because just like what Samuel Tokla said,
yes,
sometimes the physical, not sometimes, almost
all
every time,
yes,
because the man separates you from your family to some extent.
That's true.
You can't be free to just go. Even
that's
if your
true.
house is next door, your husband has to permit.
It's true.
You
It's
know,
true.
so sometimes as a woman, I'm not a woman, but women are wondering, is that what the marriage is?
Yeah.
Because even to pick your parents' calls late night.
You know, funnily enough, when you're single as a girl, you don't think about it like that. It's till when you get married, you discover that, oh, I'm actually, because most girls, like, I'm getting married to run away from my father so that he can't boss me around. When you get married, you're also going to have a boss again.
Yeah.
That would still tell you what to do and what not to do. That's just, you don't have full control. And just like what Samuel and Francisca, they were saying, I think I got a point from that. What they're trying to explain is that as a woman, your presence you can't present your presence in your parents' house all the time. Just like what you said, you have to take permission from your husband. And if he says no, you cannot come to the house. You cannot disobey him and come to the house because those are your parents and you need to be there. So I think I
always say that even the president's wife, even American president's wife needs permission to go anywhere. So that you are not just going to wake up and decide on your trip.
That's true. That's
so
true.
you're a woman.
That's
so
true.
From what Samuel is saying, that is where he sees the disadvantage.
Exactly.
Because you are not going to, even Francisca, what she's saying is similar.
It's similar too.
Because as a woman, and if you are single and have it at the back or front of your mind that when you marry, it's not the same as when you're single. It's not as if you will be on the bed with your husband as late as 9 or 10 p.m. and your mother or father calls and you think you must speak. You will irritate the man. Exactly. You are no longer single. In fact, any other family member, if they call you, I don't expect you to pick such calls myself. I don't. And that's the reality, because you are now married and they should know that's a different life. And that's why you change your name to King James. So it's not the same as your father's name. Therefore, so that's what people are saying here. It's extra speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. Preference to male or female child. Philomena Wanhida Isaac James says, good morning, King James Yiye and Memshima James King. To me, I love both male and female. If I am to choose, they are both special in different ways, but baby girls are so sweet and adorable, and baby boys are cute. So what's she saying?
She's still telling us that they are all cute.
No, but she started with the baby girls, meaning that she loves baby girls, but she just wants to be, diplomatic. Come on, guys. When you want to say this, nobody's going to flog you. Just say it. Say it. Kunde Teongwa says, let me just, read this. A male child is the most important child for me because with a male child, my generation will continue after my life on earth. They are the labor force in my house and they can equally do what a female child can do for me. So I prefer a male child. But they can't always do what a male child can do, actually. You see, the truth about female children is the passion they have.
Yes.
Even for family. You start seeing that.
Yes.
Yeah, it happens.
True.
If I come back, you hardly see big man or on currency come to remove my shoes or my stockings.
Yes.
But the girls do.
Yes, they
and
do.
they want to find out if I'm with my bottle of water.
They do.
Yeah, they're the ones that are asking you, how was
your day?
Your day, Spice into today. Boys hardly. I think the language of men is money. So they work towards getting money.
Yes.
And money speaks.
That's just it.
Yeah, but for...
money is their power. It's their control.
Yeah, so for females, I think the compassion speaks more than money.
Exactly.
Xtra speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Shouldn't change your mind. Don't hide your feelings. Tell us your preference, male or female child. Especially when you call 08084 2754 64. That's 08084 2754 64. And we are also live on Facebook. That's Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Back with you on Facebook. When you like our page or follow our page, you stay up to speed with the latest development. So if you're watching on Facebook, of course, that's the page. We're scrolling there. And that's what you're also watching on Facebook. And these are your comments here towards the right. That's it. So join us on Facebook. Stay up to speed with the latest update. And of course, always see radio differently here. 08084 2754 64. That's 08084 2754 64. Xtra speed with King James Yiye and
Shima King.
Let's hear what this woman has to say.
The something is that all children, they are good, but both men or female, they are all child. But the one can be able to.
Which one do you prefer?
I prefer woman, female, okay. Because if the mother is sick or the father is sick, they take care of their parents more than the boys. Most women, we take our daughter as our friends and their daughter, because what you can tell the female, you cannot tell the male, because it's not the male that look after their parents. Okay. It's not the male that look after their parents. At times, if their parents is hungry, man, they will not even care. Even though they have, they will take care of their girlfriend first before their parents. But female, even though they are small, anything more than 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, they started having the feeling of that mother, that if God help me, I'll take care of my mother. But the men, you continue train them till you grow white-head. If it is not by the grace of God, they will not even give you gari. You see, all your suffer will be in vain. You see, like me, I provide girl pass, because anywhere I go, if I say this, immediately I look at her, I will know what I mean. My boy.
Okay.
I love her contribution. You will train them and grow gray hair. They will still not take care of you.
Not even Gary.
Not even Gary. At all. Then that's true. But I feel this thing now is becoming a thing of competition now for me, between the male and the female. Because back then, we preferred the male child because of that legacy, the name. But now the females too are stepping into for the family. But if you look at the whole thing, a woman, just as you said, what we have is care and passion. But when it comes to finance, you still have to meet your husband to give you money to assist your family. And if the man says no, you don't have any other source to take care of your family. But for the male, they can decide to do that with ease. And again, if you're talking about, okay, our parents being ill and you need someone to take care of them, you would think about your daughter, not the male, not your son. Because what if your son's wife is not willing to nurse your parents? It's your daughter. So I feel the male and the female, we all have our role to play. That's just it.
I think we'll listen to this woman at some point.
No,
again,
we do. We need to.
because she's so passionate. She's so passionate about the whole thing, and it's more like for her, training a male child is almost like an exercise in futility because you would train them and train them and grow. And will not even give you Gary.
It's the way she said it. If you like, make you train them and train them and train them until you grow gray hair. Even Gary, they don't give you.
And they will even care about their girlfriends and not
yes.
You. It looks like she has an experience.
Of course, it's her reality. That's what she's telling us, and it's actually painful. So you can actually understand. You can feel it from her voice. That's what she's going through.
Okay, so is Extra Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. And of course, you can call us now 08084 275464. That's 08084 275464. So when you ask some people, it's difficult for them to say one and they rather say two. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
What's your name? Are we calling from?
You are talking to Odu Tate from 105 Extension.
So, Odu, good morning once again.
I think making a choice of the sex depends on the kind of children you born.
So, what about you?
I have somebody in my village who has male children, but when they got married, the wife felt the father was becoming too obstacle to their enjoyment, and they had left the man. It's the female children that are taking care of the man now. But as an African, when you die, the person that will inherit your property is the male child. So most people prefer the male child. But personally, I have more comfort with my female children more than the male.
Why?
Because the male children, they want to show that they are men. But in preference, I would prefer the male child because it's the one that's going to inherit my belongings. Or maybe take over when I die.
Right. Okay, so thank you for contributing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So for him, I think he's still divided. He loves them for several reasons. But he says he's more comfortable with his female children. For the male, it's more like, okay, you guys are here. When I die, you just take over. That's what you're there for. But he said that someone in his village, the son married, and the woman locked the family out. So it's even the girls that are taking care of the father. Why do women do this? Why do they lock out the rest of the family?
Because of ownership, let me say.
Your man marries you, then you come and own the man.
Yes, you own him automatically. You don't want him to have anything to do with his...
So do you look at such men as weaklings?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
because you want peace in your home as a man.
So
you hide.
Women are not peaceful. They want to own you.
Let's not
and
say
women.
Reject. Some.
Exactly.
Let's just say some. Let's not say all.
Yeah. So back in school, there was this argument or discussion on, women feminists trying to defend everything that women do. And then one of my mates asked a question that it was another forum. I think it was, Nyarido or so, Linda. She asked a question somewhere that, okay, if you are proponents of women leading, what about this scenario that you've gone to your elder brother to ask for school fees and getting to the house, the wife is lying on the couch with all legs stretched and reading a newspaper, and your brother is sweating in the kitchen and grinding pepper, how would you feel? That was the day feminism ceased. Because nobody wants to see their own brother
doing
that way. Yeah,
exactly, because you feel it's slavery.
Exactly.
But you want to do that
to
another woman's son.
Yeah,
exactly. So that's life for you. We like judging people, but we don't look at our own self.
Yeah, so when the proponents of all these things are coming up, because I mean these things are related. People prefer male to female children, but the other ones are saying that the woman, even the woman who enslaves the husband and brings money to the family, that's an advantage
exactly
to the woman's family.
Exactly.
But it is a disadvantage to the boy's family.
Exactly.
Because nothing is coming to his parents.
So I think parents should open their eyes. If you see your daughter doing so much for you and she's not doing anything to earn money, you should know that there is a problem in the house. She's actually enslaving someone's son to do that for you to feel comfortable.
And do you think anybody cares?
Nobody cares. So the whole thing, it's selfishness.
Yeah, because as far as it's coming, they don't care.
They don't care.
Even if they come for Christmas and the guy is more like a driver, he's not talking one come in
and he's not talking, but you're excited about the goats, the rice, the oil.
Yeah.
You know, your daughter is all smiling, giving you wrappers, things, and you don't care about your son-in-law to ask him, how are you doing? How is marriage with my daughter? How is she treating you?
Yeah.
You know? So it's selfishness. We just think about our own self, what we get to enjoy.
Yeah.
And that's just...
So extra speed on Asking Radio 98.5, speed of Makurdi, and you can call 08084 275464. That's 08084 275464, or join the live stream on Facebook. And of course, that's the live stream on Facebook, Asking Radio 98.5, Speed FM Makurdi on Facebook, and just sending your comments as well. That's Asking Radio 98.5, Speed FM Makurdi on Facebook, sending your comments, and one is coming. Both are very important. That's from Kasua Nate Henry. He says both male and female are important. I don't see any need to which many people choose female or male. Both have value. That's why he's saying, yeah, both have value, but as we are saying, people have reasons to say, I prefer this to that. What do you think? Call us now, 08084 275464. Okay, if I've been taking the number with fast speed, let me take it with slow speed now. 08084 275464. Call us now, and let's hear from someone on the streets of Makurdi if they prefer male to female, female to male.
To me, I prefer a female child due to what is happening now. The world is turning into something else. Children, you may see boys wandering from here and there, but at least if you give birth to a female child, you get something in return. Whatever you request from her when she come of age or she get married, at least she will provide to you. That is my own best reason.
So again, is the reason of selfishness?
Yes.
But is it actually selfishness? I mean, we said this before. Is it selfishness? Everything we do, we expect something in return as humans.
As humans, yes. But should I say it's mentality again? Like here in Africa, we train our children because we are expecting that they should give us back.
Yes.
That's what we think. But I feel parents should try and take away that narrative and not expect from their children. You're training them because you want them to be better. You're training them because you want them to be something in the society tomorrow, not for you to come and give them.
So society, are you not part of the society?
You're part of the society, but if they decide to assist you, good and fine. But if they don't, I don't think we should pressure them, because that's why we still get it wrong and we say our daughter-in-laws don't like us, because at times they feel you are pressuring her husband.
Were they there when you were training these guys?
They were not there.
Exactly.
But now that's their own home now.
No. They've been married, but you see, it's still that slavery thing. Once you have that sense of entitlement, beginning to think that, okay, I've been married, it's my home, naturally you are going to enslave the husband. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, sorry, King James. I call back Francisca.
Francisca, yes. Francisca's line is not clear. We can't hear you. Okay, her line is not clear. Maybe we should call her back. Let's call her back.
Let's see if the line will be clear, because for a female to call is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I think she wants to call. She has called before.
Yes.
She wants to talk. So let's hear her. See if what she wants to talk about. Yeah. So we call
Hello,
her.
King James.
Yes, Francisca, we called you back.
You called me back.
Yes, go ahead.
The reason why I'm calling back, are you hearing me?
Yes.
The reason why I say that, see, people think that training their daughters is to get things back. It's, even though you train your boys, there's a man in my village that had how many boys, and the boys, they go to farm, they do things that girls can do. If you train your child very well, you don't, especially the girls that they will come into the marriage and see their father-in-law and mother-in-law as their enemy. It's not good. It's not good at all. I married my husband. He doesn't have a mother. He doesn't have a father. But the woman that trained him, I stayed with him with her in Makodi here for good 6 to 7 years. She died on my arms. You see, I took her like my mother-in-law. So when you marry, don't push people away. Take them like your own. You don't know what will become tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow they will see that, this my daughter-in-law is very good, and they will bless you. When this woman was, she said, I'm Sam, because one, on that very do. I had a boy that time. She said, God is going to bless you with another boy. And after this woman died, after 2 years, I gave birth to this boy.
Yeah.
When she came newly, she was very angry with me. But I took her, I embraced her. I did not see all the bad things that she was doing to me. So female children should stop seeing their mother-in-law or father-in-law like bad people. I know what my husband is passing through from his brother's arms. But I embrace everything, but because I know that tomorrow God is going to bless me because of the endurance that I endure in the marriage. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, it's a nice one, because sometimes they don't understand why women come into a marriage and they decide to lock the other family members out. And sometimes some family members are trouble, actually.
But for Francisca, if you listen to what she said, she used love to overcome everything. So if you are doing what you're doing to hurt her, at the end of the day you will discover you're just doing this thing and it doesn't make sense. So she used love for that woman, and the woman later embraced her and discovered that this girl is actually a nice person deep down. So that's a nice one. But some ladies would want to give you bumper to bumper, I
think it's for no reason.
For no reason.
Sometimes friends or even their mothers, tell them that, look, Wezea de Lumonga, so you are just bringing some kind of defensive mechanism that you don't need. All you know is you are supposed to flex muscles and no agree, like the theme for this year. The
theme for this year, no agree for anybody.
So sometimes, again, the influence of society, especially the social media nowadays, no grief for anybody. Perhaps no grief for anybody, yes, but you don't even have a life of your own, and you are flexing muscles and saying no grief for anybody. One good thing about this social media, like Facebook, is that the person who is carrying iPhone 16 Pro Max, it's 2024, so maybe we should be looking at iPhone 16 Pro Max. So the person carrying iPhone 16 Pro Max and the person carrying, what's the cheapest phone? An iTel or what?
It should be Itel.
Yeah.
That Itel phone.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the Itel phone can also do Facebook. And your iPhone 25 Pro Max can also do Facebook. So you guys are sitting on the same platform. So these guys can say anything they want to say, as you.
That's true.
So that's why it's called social media, because equality there. And so they don't know the person they're talking to sometimes, but they say all those things. So the influence of people that you are not seeing can mislead you. It's time to say bye and leave on extra speed. So say something. You don't know what to say?
I just got confused. Well, it's a nice topic, and I feel we all should prefer both the male and the female children. They
Unfortunately, it has to be one anyway. If it is preference, so it's one.
Children are all made in God's image and likeness.
That's Christianity. Okay, so see you tomorrow on Extra Speed. This is King James YiYE.
Memshi, my king.
The something is that all children, they are good, but both men or female, they are all child. But the one can be able to.
Which one do you prefer?
I prefer woman, female, okay. Because if the mother is sick or the father is sick, they take care of their parents more than the boys. Most women, we take our daughter as our friends and their daughter, because what you can tell the female, you cannot tell the male, because it's not the male that look after their parents. Okay. It's not the male that look after their parents. At times, if their parents is hungry, they will not even care. Even though they have, they will take care of their girlfriend first before their parents. Mm-hmm. But female, even though they are small, anything more than 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, they started having the feeling of that mother, that if God help me, I'll take care of my mother. But the men, you continue train them till you grow white-head. If it is not by the grace of God, they will not even give you gari. You see, all your suffer will be in vain. You see, like me, I provide gear pass. Because anywhere I go, if I say this, immediately I look at her, I will know what I mean. But boy,
we feel like taking a break so that others can catch up. No way! We keep the speed on. As King Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can.